Okay, let's start getting stuff ready. Welcome back. Hot off the heels of my devlog that I released yesterday, so not really hot off the heels of anything. But alright, let's get stuff started. I've been writing, basically, I got a quest done, and I need to write the final conversation between us and the sort of antagonist, kind of. Old Sandcone Sadak. And then I need to do the, like, AI stuff, which is actually going to be quite a lot of work. I need to figure out, like, what systems I need to implement. Because I haven't actually, like, done much with the medium yet, which is kind of a problem. But alright. So I think what I need is world 2D. No, main 2D. Okay, let's see where I am in the quest. Hopefully Sadak... Oh yeah, I have been betrayed by Sadak. So I guess I'll just speed run through this, like, second interrogation, because he's kicked us into a hole because he thinks we're involved in some sort of disappearance. And this is kind of like where he betrays, like, basically everything that's been on his mind internally. How do I know the governor? Wait, huh? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so they got a bunch of stuff. Let's see what the governor has to say about, like, this. Oh yeah, there's some minor issues with the notifications. Wait, what? No, one of these is supposed to be... Huh. No, okay. I didn't actually talk to him in this quest. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We've won the interrogation. Debug, you have 5 points. You need less than 6 to survive. I actually don't know if I want that in the end. I might have that. But I haven't actually implemented a system to, like, have endings that can be rewound. Because basically, I want some failure conditions to actually end the game and then it reloads from a checkpoint. But the game automatically saves all effects of dialogue. And, like, there's typically only one save slot. So I'd have to make a system of, like, okay, save this checkpoint to a different directory and then rewind back to that. Or just make sure that the dialogue doesn't have any sort of, like, permanent effects until it's, like, valid. But okay. Pretty easy stuff. Go through a hole. Do that. Do that. Talk to this guy. I'll join you. Do that. Boom. Do this. What did I need to do elsewise? I'm, like, speedrunning this so fast that I have no idea what I'm even, like, looking at. So what did I need to do? Got our killed guys and stuff. Patient Sadok 2. Okay, good thing I did this. Oh, right, because the way that I need to do this now. So that was office. I'll do some minor fixes while I'm here. Like, for example, this one should be just Sadok. Should just be his dialogue. No, actually, what I need is the 2D version of him. So this way it also correctly does things like if he's following us or if he's been taken somewhere else, it'll like unspawn him. And then we'll just clear this. Let's go to Sadok. Patient. Found Sadok. Okay, so it should be probably this. Okay, try this again. Basically, we need to get Sadok out of here, probably. Oh, that also doesn't work. Interesting. So we have dissolve here. Do we not have the proper thing here? Oh, I see. I never made this real one. Let's just, like, rapidly go through some things here. And I have the game up in this, or I have my paint in here. Oh wait, I know what I need. Project 2D scenes. Crab Hill? No. Yeah, Roots Cave? It should be something like Roots Core. Oh, okay, it isn't Quest. I did kind of a weird thing where I have some of the, like, scenes in this area, as you can see. Crab Hill Roots Cave. Oh, actually, this is supposed to be here as well. Yeah, because basically any location that will exist outside of quests is my mindset. Okay, so this was Roots Core Office Projected. Boom. And I don't fucking care. Let's just do Roots Core Real. Very high quality stuff we're doing here. But okay, now what it should do is when we come back into here, basically it was correctly doing the thing, it's just there is no visual indication. Okay, now we have the whole, now we have Sadok. Sadok is wrapped in roots. We have Sadok now. Ouch. What is happening? How did they bind him with roots? Ooh, would have done it. And hopefully that did not break this. Okay, I guess good thing that I'm sort of speed running the area. Oh wait, okay, good. Now we have Sadak. He's unconscious. Good. He deserves that. How are there so many things that I didn't do? Oh wait, no. That's not the right thing. We need to go here, deactivate this. Then we can come back, go out. Okay, now we win. And these guys have nothing interesting to say, so we'll just come out here. Okay, now we can do the sort of like final thing. So what I'm going to try, I'm going to make sure, actually, before I do anything, save load. Oh, save user NL2. Maybe world save. I could have sworn this would have this. So we have save. Oh, I see. Save game to be compatible with load game. There we go. Okay. So let's do... we'll save that for later. Okay, maybe you weren't involved in the disappearances after all, but I'm keeping a close eye on you. I should also make sure that all this dialogue flows, because I haven't read it out loud. It's been like 7 years since I've actually streamed the game, because this one conversation was like, I just didn't want to stream writing it. Those ruins, the medium, you're messing with forces no one understands. I have no doubt you will regret it in the end. He wouldn't say I have no doubt, he just knows things. Like, he has no doubt about anything. Okay, so what do you want? Okay, so you and my mother. It's none of your concern. Oh, come on, after everything you're still like this? We loved her, didn't you? I thought I did. That's the nature of young men. They're blind with passion. You want to find out where she went, right? He wouldn't say that. That's not his voice. He would say, you want to find out where she went, yes? No, actually, he wouldn't even say a question. He wouldn't phrase a statement as a question. He just phrases statements as statements. He's a man who knows what he believes. Okay. How did you two meet? Oh yeah, I don't actually have the anecdote here yet. We met here in Crab Hill. It was a few years after the Valers were driven out, but before their puppet government was overthrown. Puppet government? The Republic of Yakaz, as they called it. After the Shah was killed, it was formed to replace it. An un-Islamic West-backed sham built to extract everything of value from the region that the Valers couldn't take by force. It took a few years to become obvious, but it was the impetus for... And that's the pre-emirate group that I still have not named yet, so I should probably get around to doing that at some point. They have 3 names now. There's the emirate, which is just what they are now. But they were previously an insurgency group that had 2 different names. But okay. They never had much control over this area, and the city became one of the strongholds for the Preemirate. Basically, what I imagine it as is sort of like, forgetting the cities in Afghanistan, Kabul versus, like, Kandahar? Is that the right city name? Kandahar, I believe, was the, like, sort of capital for Taliban control. Wow, this is a big fucking city. How many? Okay, 600,000 people. So, our city of, like, 1,500 people should probably not really be... Well, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. If you're an insurgent force, you're not going to have, like, the big cities. Like, because this is a remote, very strategically strong position, because it has the massive cliff to the back and then a massive, like, valley below it. So it sort of is able to monitor everything. And it has the rail line. So it would be a strategically very useful place, even though it's quite a small town. So yeah, I think that's fair. And then there's some specific anecdote that I haven't really... You know what? Let's flesh that out a bit. I don't know exactly what it'll be, but essentially, yeah, let's just summarize this. What was... basically, Sharifa, a soldier, and he noticed traveling alone. She said she didn't have any family since the war. Sadak has a similar story and felt sympathy for her. Eventually, they could live together. Okay. That seems fair. And let's do like a note here. So, my mother, Sadak, eventually, and let's actually mention here, actually, I have a better idea. Note, Sadak, mom, meeting, or no, state, get stat, ask once. What happened after you met? Or maybe something more like, how long did you live together? Eventually I'll have to explain, basically, in very, like, conservative Muslim countries like Afghanistan now, women's travel is typically restricted, so they have to have, like, a male chaperone, like a relative, or I guess, like, some sort of trusted male figure. And that's part of why he is pretending to be her cousin, so that way she doesn't get hassled for, like, traveling alone everywhere. But okay. I think, admittedly, their story is not terribly interesting because it doesn't change that much about the medium. It's much more their her personality. Like, there's a few key things that you learn here, such as the fact that he doesn't think she had any connection to the country. Like that she had no living family in the area, no friends in the area, no particular interest in like the politics of the area. So it's like if she is anywhere, it's going to be anywhere other than here. So he's basically like, if that's your goal to find her, then like leave. Go somewhere else. Okay, they'll live together for a time. Let's say that. Okay. And then how long did you live together? About 6 months. So one day she disappeared. I heard later. Taking the train to the coast. Let's just say I see, or, so you knew her, like, right at the very last days that she was in the country. So she disappeared some weeks before that. I think that's the first time he said, like, just outright calls her a whore, but he does, like, genuinely hate her for, like... Basically, he stuck his neck out for her, and then she disappeared, and worse still, she left the country and, like, abandoned, like, them for this country that invaded. He's mad about it. I think he's gonna die hating her. But okay, the main thing otherwise, there's the Black Basin, what was she like? This is a useful one. Did I have anything else that I needed to put here? Eventually, I'll fill this out later. Yeah, he's mad. It's dredging up bitterness in him. Because this is, I think this is going to be... I probably have to amp up his, like, toxicity toward her even further in future quests, because eventually he's going to be sort of a recurring character. So I think I'll sort of develop that angle of, like, he absolutely loathes her. Actually, would he feel so strongly after just 6 months? I think it would be better if it was like 2 years or something. Let's have this be loop. Eventually I do need just like an actual like loop construct, because now I'm doing like just names based on the line number, so that way I have like a unique identifier, because basically I need like go to loop 1081. In fact, that's what I did with these ask once tags now. It literally just takes the line number that this item is at, and it like remembers that. But okay, let's actually make sure that these questions work. So I never had much control over this area, and the city became the strongholds for... Oh, wait. Wait. No, hang on. Oh, I see. Okay. I literally added this today as well. So I should probably make sure that it works. The dialogue thing. Dialogue evaluator. Oh, was I doing this on my laptop? Ask once. Oh, wait, no, okay, I wasn't. Yeah, let's make sure that this works properly. So we have topic, asked once, 1056. So that should be... That's wrong. That's not the right line. Oh, wait. Oh, it is. Okay, what was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at 1156 or something. Okay. So that is correct. And then we should see as well 1076. We do not. Oh, because replies don't have... Okay. So actually, when we do an ask once, we need something even more elaborate. Yes. This here needs to actually be kept somewhere. So we need it as like a global variable now. Whatever. I'll just do fucking... Let's go to var next, or like a next item. Isn't... Huh? Oh, we're in the wrong place. So yeah, I'm just gonna have var current reply. Oh wait, no. Let's say working item. And basically when we list replies, evaluate, I think when we set evaluate here, it should have the item. Or maybe we can just do like working item equals reply. And then we do a similar thing for any other instance of like the item. Where else would I do that? It'd be in get next item. Find next item. Yeah, here. In fact, we don't even need checked item anymore, I don't think. Yeah, we're just gonna do working item. Because now we need this to be a thing that we can use. And this now means that the loop construct is even easier to make. but we'll figure it out. What I should probably do is actually just have, like, macros, almost. No, that'd be a horrible idea. Introducing macros to my dialogue language? Okay. Let's try now. Oh, wait. I also need to double check that function eval... No, function ask once. Yeah, I didn't even check, or I didn't even like fix this. Working item. Okay. Now we can do this. Come on. You loved her, didn't you? Okay. Now we should be able to see this. In fact, what I'll do to make it easier on myself. So we have 1056, 1092. Interesting. Oh, because we don't have this one. Okay, so it's working correctly, and then we should have 1100. What's next? 1105. And that should be the last of him. Great. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I don't need to come up with unique identifiers for these ask onces. In fact, look at how many places I had to do that. And all of these were places that could cause bugs because, like, I had no idea, like, or basically, it'd be very easy to cause bugs where, like, for example, if I did this. This now means that this question would not show up. Which is sometimes what I want, but in the vast majority of cases is not at all what I want. So now we can do that. Oh wait, I just realized I actually should make sure that I won't do that yet because I actually do sometimes use like mentioned. Because if I did like this would now be very useful as well. Yeah, we can see in some... Actually, no place. Never anywhere. Okay. But yeah, that's a thing that I can now refactor. Okay, how did you two meet? You did your stuff. We don't need that because we just go back. Oh. Right. Oh, wait, let's double check here. Try it again. What do I want? I want to talk to him again. Okay, boom. So now that works. How long did you two live together? 2 years. You can see why I'm not... What would he say? I don't know what he'd say. I don't think he knows what he'd say. Okay, so you knew her in the... Actually, he's had 30 years to think about this. He'd probably know what he wants to say. I'll think about that. So you knew her in her very last days she was in the country. Okay, where did you think he went? Or she went? So if you weren't here, I would have assumed she stayed in Veyland. That's not helpful. It's all I can guess. She didn't have any connections to your cause. Her family died in the war, and she never talked about other family. No, I know. What she'd say is her parents and sister. And she never talked about other family. I saw any friends. She didn't particularly care about politics. The closest she had to family was me, and that certainly didn't matter. No, I think he'd say it even more emphatically, and that meant nothing in the end. It's like, we get it, bro. You're mad about a breakup. She's probably dead by now, so you can, like, chill. Yeah, I think the more interesting thing is his opinion of her personality. Because, yeah, the word that comes to my mind is acidic. You need to elaborate. What does he mean by that? She wasn't hateful or angry or anything like that. But there was an undercurrent of no. Interactions. What does he mean by that? I have a vague notion of what he means by this. She corroded people. Like, she could sort of, like, make people uncomfortable just with her presence. And she almost always chose to do that. Like, she would speak just a little bit too curtly with people. And move just a little too quickly. So that you could tell that there was some sort of, like, anger. I'll have to figure out what people might ask here. I'm having trouble imagining this. I think what I really want... No, you know what? Actually, what I really want... Anecdotes. Anecdotes. Those are the king of explaining a person's behavior. So yeah, eventually I need to figure out what I'm going to do there. But okay, where was she from? This is a really useful thing, the Black Basin, but he doesn't actually have much, or he already tried to investigate and failed. So you looked for her? So I thought she might have returned home, or returned to her old home. She didn't. I found out later that she'd... And then I found out about the Veiler. So I think what I should also have it so that, mentioned Veiler. Actually, not mentioned Veiler. Otherwise. Yeah. That way I can have both of these sort of slightly different introductions to the concept. But okay. So, not mentioned. Okay, I found out later that she'd been seen with a Veiler boarding a train to the coast. By the time I was back... So by the time I was back in the city, she'd left with the Veiler. There we go. Okay. Shakes his head. After everything we suffered at their hands. So adding insult onto insult onto insult. So for all I know, he was a soldier. Or he'd been a soldier ransacking this country just a few years before. And then you can say, actually, my father wasn't. Or, let's just say, to be clear, my father wasn't a soldier. He came to the country to do contract work. And then he will have questions. I forgot that mysterious Veiler. to do. He asks you questions about him. I think the key information that we get here is this notion of her being acidic at some point late in her life. So he knew her right before she left the country. So if he doesn't have, or if the player doesn't have any other personality information, I think this should start like taking hold. And then this one is more of a critical, like, lore bit. Well, actually, yeah. Let's start getting the things that I know are here. Major quest, Nightlight, Medium, from Sadak Mum. So let's say stats. Mum, acidic. Alone. What was the other one? Mum resemblance, that's an important one. So I think I'm ready, personally, to start working on this. Okay, that was all. But yeah, as I said, I also kind of think he should be even more angry. But then again, 30 years is a long time. Maybe what I imagine is his anger toward her has sort of developed into like practically like soliloquies that he can deliver sort of off the top of his head, like these rehearsed speeches practically, you know, of like what would he want to say to her after all these years, because now he has her daughter, which is kind of like the same person. He can just kind of like verbally abuse her, but okay. Or make ask once easier to use. Less bug prone as well. Okay. Some fixes, some quest fixes, and Sadok's conversation. And now what I want to do is I want to start designing the, like, medium reactions to all of this. Because it's been sickeningly long since I've actually worked on the medium, despite the fact that it is, like, the central premise of the game. And she is supposed to be, like, the character that you're coming back to over and over again. So let's actually just go back to the medium. Oh, I haven't even unlocked it in this playthrough. Get that. Activate the medium. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm fine not having the primordial medium as a, like, prescripted event. Basically, what we're seeing here is meant to be the, like, faint impressions So I guess if anyone's watching who hasn't played the game, or hasn't seen the game's development before, the whole premise is, you sit in a chair, it makes an AI of the main character's mom, based on her memories. But her mom disappeared when she was like 18 months old, so that's why she's like going around learning about her mom from other people, is because she wants this AI to actually like have any information. And this is meant to represent basically the quote-unquote primordial memories that Jackie has from like just the unconscious impressions that a toddler would have of their mother. So just long hair, large, tired eye. That's kind of the only thing she has to go on. And then there are some nonsense things, but... Oh, I see. Animations aren't working. Oh, right. We don't have, hang on. Let's go to global. Player. Bars. So do we want... Oh, yeah. We get player. So I think what I'll do is I'll just have emote be a thing that we don't need. Or like our 2D player. So yeah, function emotes. Emotion. Or no, it should be start and loop. Yes. That way we won't have any errors there. Because yeah, eventually this will all be migrated back to 3D. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I don't need this to be the start of the game. Because if the players already talked to people and developed memories, I'm fine with them just being here. Or like, you know, starting the medium without that. And that's me sort of going back on my decision, because basically I think the idea of the primordial, like, AI from a toddler's unconscious memories is a cool idea. And I want players to see it. But I think it's better for consistency of logic and, like, the world if the player can skip it and just go straight into talking with the actual proper medium once they have some memories. But okay. Where did you leave? Where did... let's say that. So yeah. That's basically the premise. Distorted figure appears again. I think now what I need to do is I need to reconfigure a few things. Let's go to the medium. Because, yeah, we're going to need to figure out how to get the medium back up and running in the 2D world. Which is embarrassing that it's been like 3 months since I've done this. Or 3 months since I've started the vertical slice, and I haven't actually, like, properly gotten it working. There's so much stuff. I don't want old man. In fact, delete old man. So context active, it's in use, that's fair. Get stat medium activated. So this is if we haven't activated it before, and what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do this now. And don't we have medium quest? So I'm going to need to have this. Actually, I have a good idea. Create this immediately. Basically, not journal task exists medium quest. Just create it if it doesn't exist. In fact, I think it'd even be faster if we just call the function, but maybe not. So yeah, we'll just always create the medium. And hopefully things like play track and stuff will work. But okay. Let's do... Oh, I know what. Oh, wait, no, I don't need. I need to make sure that this layer active works. So we're going to go... So which layer do we need? Post-war? Post-war. We do not have this. Actually, I think we do need this. Why is there's a bot and I'm not able to ban them? Unable to ban user. Currently banned on this channel. Huh. Hang on. Close that. Reopen Twitch. Can I ban? Is currently banned in this channel, but I can't delete the message, which is interesting. Like, can I, like... Maybe I can block him? Is Twitch, like, broken now? Because I don't want my chat to just have, like, one bot message. That's too depressing. But okay. So, that one's not active. Actually, now I'm questioning the layer thing. Because basically, the issue with the layers... Okay. I won't interrogate that quite yet. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna... Let's do, like, state, dictionary, stats, no, talked. Yakazi. Not a 1. So we have talked. I think what I need is like a faction talked. Let's call it like talk to Yakazi greater than 2. Stat here. And now when we NPC base NPC and dialogue. So if faction, oh, I see. Faction / faction tag / ID true. Okay. I mean, I still want it to be like this. But, ooh, no, I'll keep it like this for now. So yeah, let's see if this actually, like, is working. state data. So now it's in faction, Yakazi. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I think this is good. It's just now, we actually need to talk to some other guy, like Armstrong. Main speaker emote. So NPCs also need... Let's do function emote. Emote, or let's do like start string loop string. Now let's just do... Actually, wait, how does emote work for them? Let's have like a loop string and then like transition. So much stuff that I haven't actually like tested. Okay, is it this white object I found? Fantastic. In the wall there's a receptor. You can plug it in and we'll see if it works. Okay, I saw my mom, etc., etc. Keep that in mind. Okay, now we come back in. It should have done Yakazi. Oh. Let's now close this one. Oh, I see. It expands for some reason. The tree. Okay. Faction, Yakazi. We should have 4 here. I don't know why we don't have 4 here. Because, yeah, I don't see him here. Okay, get back out of here. Why is this not working? Why is Armstrong broken? Okay, we now know why it's not working. So NPC Armstrong. Very cool game. Thank you, game. I love that. Also, why does Armstrong not have, like... I'll just do that for now. Godot is a tool that I use for game engine for game development. And it just, like, deletes all my variables. Okay, now we have this. And then... Okay, good. Invalid medium room stone. Okay, good. So this is... What is this exactly, medium? 2D scenes, medium. Okay, good. So yeah, now we need to start adding a few different things. Because we got Primordial Stone, Charade Ruins. You know what? Let's just fucking get them from, like, here. I don't really, like, care at the moment. Okay. Okay, where is this going to save to? Oh, okay, just concept art. So what am I looking for? Scenes, medium. Okay, good. Also, hopefully me constantly touching this microphone cord isn't, like, affecting things. Okay. So now at the very least we can start adding, like, these things. So we have Charade Ruins. How is this one so fucked up? No, wrong one. Make this one unique. So what was this, actually? Stone? No, what is this? What are these textures called? Monument. Okay, and that's why we need this. And then we need, whatever these are. Should be like death plane? Yeah. And then with these ones, this is like 0.1. 0.2? Why is this so messed up? Oh, I see. I think what I need is... What do I need? So world normal. World normal is normalized normal. What if we try normalizing this again? No, okay, that doesn't do anything. And it seems to be... So this is unfortunate that this doesn't work right. Because it shouldn't be based on the normal... Well, actually, it kind of is. Unshaded world vortex. Do we need call disabled? I don't care. This doesn't matter. Fix death plane GD shader. This is not our fight to win at the moment. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Just grab a thing. Oh wait, let's unclick that. We can at least pretend it's like decent looking. So this was what? Charade Ruins? Okay. So now what we have, if we start the medium again, it should have our lovely room. Can I help you? So, do I know you? Where am I? Wait, are you my mother, Sharifa? But she's just... Oh. Okay, good. I was hoping you'd know, but I didn't expect you to know at this point. Let's see. So, how did I die? I think... And this dialogue is now so old that it doesn't really follow my current pattern of, like, not having just long, linear tracks of dialogue. Because, like, this already, not enough interaction. It's like I'm reading a book, but I have to click for one line at a time. So we're expecting someone different? Oh yeah, and the joke is there's supposed to be one of the default little guys here, but I have to, like, basically I have to do more work now to like bring the the different visuals for each character here. In fact, don't we have show mum? Let's print here. Actually, this should be like type. Or maybe like model. Okay, let's try this from the top. So we talk to her. Hello, can I help you? Sharifa. But she's just... How did I die? And here, obviously... I die. I was hoping you'd know that. I don't know. Or I don't know. Actually... And let's just say I'm trying to figure that out. I'm intent to figure that out. I didn't expect you... Okay, so we need to set up a few things. And also, these cables are driving me crazy. And my... Okay. Eventually... This isn't... Well, is this the point of this? I guess kind of. So how did I die? I was hoping you would know. I don't know. You left when I was a baby. I'm intent to figure that out. I'm still looking for information about you. We'll need to start changing things based on personality. But I'm going to ignore that for now and just sort of get everything like working again. Oh wait, the entire point was I was gonna like get this up. So let's just do like to do elaborate on each of these choices. And I'm just going to have here, surprised this is how the medium chose to make you look. And that. See, I designed this whole layer system, but then it's been so long since I've done anything with it that I don't actually know what would constitute each of the individual layers. Okay, well, let's just talk to her. Let's see how the conversation flows now. Because we have the introduction at least sorted. Because, okay, can I help you? This is the medium. So basically, Jackie just doesn't recognize that they're supposed to be the little guy. Okay, elaborate on each of these choices. I don't know. You left when I was a baby. Okay. And then we use a note. And now, I guess, let's see what each of these says. And I'll just kind of, like, go from there. So, have you been to rename Black Basin? We didn't have much of a reason to venture all the way up to the mountain when I was young. That's not right. So this should be Black Basin. No, that's not right. We're gonna do Black Basin there. Okay. Get this going again. I just realized I'm also saving in the middle of dialogue. So you sounded like you were leaving. But I did leave. I was gone for some time. No, you left and then... Is something wrong? No. Well, no, it's nothing. Just my memory failing me for a moment. Did you want to talk? Is it really all right? It's nothing. It's fine. If you say so. Okay. So, Black Basin. So have you been up to Black Basin? Of course I've been there. That's where I lived most of my childhood. What was life like up there? In fact, is that on the map? Oh, it is. Good. My mother grew up in the Black Basin. Oh, now I have to figure out how to close the map. I don't think there's a button to do it. Yeah. I did not think about this when I designed the anything here. Oh wait, can I do that? I think, did I show another map? Did I spawn another map? No, okay. Just move this off into the corner. We'll figure that out later. Just put that in bugs. 2D bug. The map doesn't close. Because I also need to figure out, like, how is the UI going to look for the final version of the game. But for now, who cares? So what was life like? Life was simpler up there. We had most of what we needed from the farms and the shops in the city. Kind of plain, but it's an acceptable answer given that we've never actually been there ourselves, and it's just learning, you know, it just thinks what we think. How did my mother and father meet again? So what do you think of Crab Hill? So my family made a few trips. Well, no, she did not. She made more than a few trips. State, get, stat, Sadak. Mom meeting. You know what? And also, Do I want... Actually, I want this here. So I met... What would she call him? Maybe there's a particular phrase that he uses. Oh well. Let's just say Sadak. And we'll just put in here to do... Would she use a nickname? Maybe one of Sadok's anecdotes can give us a hint. I met Sadak. I never really liked the place, to be honest. And I think for now, I'm tempted to add a bunch of the like personality flags, like the acidic flag, but I'm just gonna start with filling out like obvious like logical gaps in her dialogue, rather than sort of the personality and like more nuanced narrative of like what information do you know. Because I never really liked the place. I don't feel safe there. None of this really gives us more answers. Okay. Largest city in the whole province, blah, blah, blah. I think we need our crucial notes. The map being here is so fucked. Hang on. I'm just gonna... That's all I wanted to mention, I think. Okay, save and exit. Okay. To do something good. Sadak. Okay, so... Stat, or state, get stat, Sadak, new mum. Actually, let's have it, so my classic chronological order of like, and then, meeting. So let's say, have you ever met a man named Sancone Sadak? Actually, I just realized what I should be doing. Wait, I just had a good idea for notes. None of these should have this. Because what it should just be is note underscore where not mentioned mom. So yeah, we're gonna go all the way back up. Note underscore where not mentioned mom. Okay. Let's just make sure everything kind of works. Oh, wait, no. We need note Sadok. So now what I'm going to do is basically, like, not state get stat. Basically, I need to make these separate blocks like this, so that way the game will show a new notification once you've gotten this information again. Okay. Sadok 3. Okay. So now we have things like, did you ever meet a man named Sankone Sadok? I can't remember the name. You know, because she only knows her if you knew that he knew her. And then let's say a man named Sankone Sadok. And the interesting thing here is that this is before you have any specific confirmation that he actually knew her. You can get just the smallest, or basically you get like confirmation bias, because this stat means Jackie thinks that he knew her mom. And so now the AI has to take that and say whatever Jackie wants to hear. Yes, I knew him. How exactly? I won't get into details until I learn more. What would she do? I don't think she'd do that. Let's do first off slash. I think all of these, so all of these specific ideas, these need to be up higher. Oh yeah, all of these need to be higher. I put these in the wrong order. These fallback character things should be like, yeah. Specific events, or notes, and things. And then after, everything with a slash on it. We do this, and then probably topics. This will be hard to square the circle on this. Basically, I need to make sure that anytime, or that the most interesting note is always the one that shows up, and they're checked from top to bottom. So, like, for example, all of these notes about locations need to be below all of these notes about specific events, because these specific events might have a location that's, like, tagged with them. Yes, exactly. Here we have the same idea here. Oh yeah, and then we have layers as another thing on top of that. Note war. So this one's quite generic. Let's put that under, like, places. Or maybe above places, like that. Okay. I've reorganized a bunch of stuff. First things first. What I'm going to try to do. Talk to this. So, Sadok. Are you asking about sand cone, Sadok? I am, but... Oh, I see. Hmm. Hmm. Did you love him? Did you feel guilty leaving him here? Um... Hmm. What else would we have here? What was he like? You knew him? Why were you... And Jackie also kind of hates Sadok. Hmm. Responses. So I think... Really, I think this is sort of me just kind of outlining things. Oh, wait, what was that exactly? My landing point. Oh, I see. Vishar. So let's say, have you ever been to Vishar? That's the city with the medium, right? No, I never needed to see it. And I think here we can have to do, refer to other people's perceptions of the medium. Since basically people have various reasons that they don't want to use the medium or don't trust it or think that it's illegal or things like that. So she can basically kind of parrot that back to the player. Oh, wait, whoops. But basically right now, and I also move my desk down. I'm basically trying to get all of these dialogue options back working. Oleander. Why oleander? I mean, I guess I can do, like, oleander. There's like a fucking street race going on outside. I hear like engines revving and cars like screeching. There's like an... whatever. They're always doing that. I have no idea what's across the like river from me where they like can keep racing like that. I think this is kind of the basic structural elements. Now when I need... Mum left, and... Oh, wait. Where state gets stat medium endgame. So this is our, like, key here. Actually, what if we also have medium quest as, like... So this is going to be, like, big questions. Actually, let's do where state get stat mum alone. So, like, what is the most basic possible assumption that we might have? I fell in love? Oh, wait, no. It's not why did you leave your cause. Who fucking cares why she left the damn country? It's why did she leave her, like, daughter behind? Your cause, or... In fact, that's actually a funny interaction. Wait, no. Is it? Or, No, actually, I didn't realize I left. And let's just have here, like, completed. What do I want here? Now, let's just have this be the question. No, I keep, like, fluctuating. I have no idea what I want here. Let's call this the null theory. Like a null hypothesis. I don't even know what null hypothesis means. Is it just basically like nothing happens? Like hypothesis colon nothing interesting happens? I don't know what I want there. I think they'll all have this same pair of questions, though. No, I think this is her, like, first theory. I didn't belong in Valen, look at me. I needed to return home. I came home, I came back here. I would have brought you with me, but... For the rest of your family, if I kidnapped you... We should also have, like... this probably of, like... Well... imagine what the rest of your family would have done. Down if I'd kidnapped. If I'd kidnapped you, I never would have gotten away. But that means what happens when she hasn't been here. So basically, Jackie's first theory for why her mom left was basically she didn't feel like she belonged in the country, and she came back to Yakaz, her native homeland. Makes sense, right? Seems like a logical thing. But if we have now heard from somebody that she is completely alone, she had no meaningful friendships in the area, no family that was living, and no particular desire to come back, where does that leave us exactly? What would she imagine for her mother? Maybe she projects her own sort of insecurities about parenthood. Because Jackie, as I imagine her, is sort of like, she loathes the idea of being a mother and having to care for kids, so she might project that onto the AI. Sorry, I wasn't cut out to be a mother. I didn't... And then, again, I'll still need to, like, rewrite this for all the personalities, but I think, I'll just leave it at this for now. Okay, so why did you leave? I just wasn't cut out to be a mother. And then where did you go? Where the hell could she have gone? If she didn't come back to here, didn't go to Vayland, maybe she thinks... Let's just put, like, to do more theories on other countries. Took the train up to northern Vayland all the way to what would it be? I wanted to start over and just live life. And now I don't even know what Jackie's mom actually... where she actually went. That's sort of a concerning thing of, like... I'm still trying to figure out, like, what actually is true. We also need... So, all of these... Yeah, let's call this... So this is part of this thing here. Specific events and notes. Specific events and or specific ideas. And I think we should probably have Mum left as, like, the grand poobah of our notes here. Or they should be, like, always at the top. Because, I mean, that's why the player should be asking things, probably. So yeah, put those at the top. They're always at the top. And hopefully you're not getting spoiled too bad if you, like, pause and read all of the dialogue that explicitly says, like, end game. But okay, where did you go? I came to Vayland so I'd have a future. Okay. And yeah, eventually I should probably make it so that you can ask both questions. But okay, so now we have... Let's go back to the medium. Did you need something? I want to ask you this one. Why did you leave? You know what? I have a good idea. Basically, why did you leave is just going to be, it adds some preamble to the where did you go question. And this will be the format that I use for all of our other theories that I can add. So, what do we have for, like, stoic? Don't we have, like, cold or something like that? Hug? No hugs? Oh, did I rewrite? I think I rewrote, like, all of the dialogue at some point. So I need to sort of, like, build up the character's personality here. So here we sit. Complete the task. Actually, this should be where we do that. And then we have some personality stuff. So events, layers, personality. So jump to the conversation. State, get, stats. What I want is the ability to have, like, matching. Like, something like this. Switch, dollar, this, case, that. You know, something like this. But I think the best I can do is probably just... you know, like this. Oh, wait, no, I just realized I literally have the ability to just do, like, function var here. And then you can do, like, go to. That. And this will jump to this value. Okay. So that means what I'm going to do, so mum acidic. Let's say any stat. Mum acidic. Well, what if I just say this is like our personality? So we'll just have like personality. Let's just call it like E. Right now, we need this to be like that, and then we're going to have this be just like default. Okay. So now what I can do is I can have responses based on her personality. And the way that I'll do that is probably by just having a whole bunch of, like, basically like, go to, like, R153 personality. And that would be like, you know, you could do like something here. Well, now that I'm seeing how this works, this would feel horrible to write. Well, I mean... You know what, let's test this. So let's go back up to personality. So yeah, this thing basically gives us like function calls. Oh wait, I just realized. We probably would want enter this back like this. Okay, let's see if this works. P. Oh, let's do var name 1 if var name dot length greater than 1, else var name 0. Or actually, we can just do s again. I've never made one-letter variable names. Okay. No label to put on stack trace, R58 default. What does that mean? Medium dialogue 58. Okay, where did that come from? Here. Okay. Writer, enter, evaluate, find next item. Start. Oh, I see. There is no R58 default. So now what we need, actually, is function enter. Label string arg null. If arg is not equal to null... And you know what? Let's, wait a second. Why does this use this? This can literally just, like, this can completely ignore our argument here. Or let's do, like, if not label in labels. Wait, hang on. I'm realizing, where do we get the block from? Ooh. Yeah. This here is not gonna be easy to figure out. We could just have stack trace equals false. Or no, push stack. And then function enter would literally just be this. Because, yeah, the thing that I need is, when we do... So we need this item here. Once we get the item, once we get next item, if push stack, ooh, this is going to be... Okay, and this gives us... What does this array give us? Sequence find label, found label, found label. Okay, good. Okay, what I'm going to do is just have var result label string, var found item string, var item pair array. No, and this is supposed to be a dialog item. So result label equals item pair 1. Found item equals item pair 0. So this is if item pair. I guess this is just next item. There we are. Okay. So now it should be able to like properly search for things. Because before it was doing a very simple string replace instead of... Okay, good. Now we have test something nice here. However, we do not have our exit. What if we did, instead of this, we just did like false here? This is getting like completely fucked. I think I'm gonna need like a switch case. Yeah, because now the issue is this back button doesn't actually send us back. In fact... So if... Oh, wait, no. So this should be done. I think what's happening is this is not being done. No, okay, it's being done. But then why is this not being done? Because we should just get the next dialogue result then. Wait a second. This is supposed to be up here. Okay. It's because we were getting the next item from the thing. Okay. Now, there we go. I forgot how back works. Okay, so now we can do kind of it's almost a switch case statement. It's just really shitty looking. Especially since we have to do it's like a C switch case because we have to explicitly exit or else there's fall through, which I guess that's kind of what you would want in a dialogue system because you're typically going to want to say things. Okay, now it doesn't work though. Wait, we went from something nice to something mean. Oh, because enter. Okay, so we would need to do it this way in order to have it all together. This syntax is so fucked up. I think it's because what I would want here... This is an extremely weird situation because I've never done this before, where we have enter, like enter into dialogue like this. So I think what I can just do is do a failed next here. Basically what that does is instead of this, it goes here. Okay. I probably need to make sure that all the other dialogue works first, because that's almost certainly going to cause issues. So I've ever seen Crab Hill. Oh, wait, hang on. The dialogue for Crab Hill is completely fucked up because, like, I was, like, deleting things. Okay, all this go-to stuff seems to be working. Looping and stuff is looking good. Okay. Let's check off alone. And then what I'll need to do is I'll need to have, let's go global. Or no, medium. Human. Layer active or layer active. Actually, where do we show mom? I think what I'm gonna do is false here, and then if model, let's say if not model, human equals layer active this or layer active that, or state dot get stat resemblance. No, this should be save load state. Okay. So human is save load state get stat mum resemblance or layer active CRD or layer active post war. And that means that when we show her, by default, we should be able to do context. Oh, right, X. I can't type the letter X in this fucking thing because, I can't have escape be the exit key. No, that's... Oh, shit. Wrong button. I meant this. Okay. So mum is human because she resembles us. And then what we can do is... so state get stat mum full size and state get stat mum. What I'm gonna do is have this here. Enter human check. So we're going to do state, no, context human, and not stat, and this stat. And then what we can do is we can do that for these other ones as well. Let's just do that for all of these, I think. Wait, no. Native intro should do that fine. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Okay. Let's try this now. Jackie should comment on the fact that her mom looks different, even though we can't see her. Because eventually I'll need to do that, but I don't want to do it now. Okay. Hi, Mom. So human check. I just realized all functions in the game are void. Actually, we would do otherwise. That there. And same thing here. So do we need... I don't think we need anything here for now. We want this... I'll keep this here. Okay. So what I'm checking for now is state data mum full size, because we're not getting any sort of commentary. Yeah, we're not getting the commentary here, so why aren't we? Because we should be doing the human check. Unless something weird happened. So are we doing... We don't need that one. Human check. Okay, good. So that means that then we need to go to state. Function get stat. And also, we need to check... First thing we need to check is if the context is human. So let's go to, like, variables. Context. No, these are default variables, aren't they? Oh, wait, no. These are the other things. We need parameters. I think. Param keys, param values. I guess we just go here. State. No, context. Human. Okay, human is true. So now what we need, mum full size. So we should return, okay, we returned 0. So that should be... So yeah, not state get stat mum's full size. And then, actually, was it? Okay, this is correct. Oh, it's because... No, this journal... Okay, no, this journal note does exist. Should exist. So I think this should be here. What? How dare you? Where is medium / little man? My life is a sham. This data seems completely incorrect. Oh wait, no it isn't. I was confused because there's a bunch of, like, blocks. Okay, and also it's so big that it's not going to be, like, encoded very easily, so I'll just ignore that for now. Yeah, whatever. State data. Yeah, that's fine. I'll see you next time. And we'll also need to put in the test dialog. New file. Item 1. Enter. Okay. So basically this is now a way that I can do like a poor man's like switch case. And I think in the future, what would I want to do to improve this? I guess this is fine for now. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself a break, call it there. So yeah. Wait, did I not commit my other stuff that I did? I did commit it. Oh. Oh, no, okay. I was confused because I saw 2D scenes and I was like, wait, is this the new stuff? But no. Some medium work. Yeah, so I think tomorrow I want to do more with the like acidic elements, and I probably want to have like the visual elements of like the character that's supposed to be here. And then we can fiddle with more stuff. And I should also like figure out layers again. So let's go back to basics. Mum in the medium. Revisit and revise layer system. And I'm realizing a better way to do personalities would probably be to just have like something like mention he acidic. Let's say this. So I'll use capital letters for personality traits, I guess. And then we'll have like this variable here for like our overriding personality, like the topmost personality. Which means... something like this. Because now I'm going to actually want to have, like... I think it'd be better like this. Well, I do like that, though. So unified, go to, and enter. So like syntax for personalities. Okay. I'm lazy, so you're only getting a 2.5-hour stream today. But that's going to be it, because I now need to basically really think over what the medium is going to say, and then start working on the next quests. But okay, thanks for stopping by. See you later.